Okay, so this is a little tutorial on how to make your very own turban knot headband. They are super simple and look really stylish at the moment, and yeah, I just wanted to share with you how great they are. So let's get started. So to make my turban twist headband, I've got one plastic headband blank, and I've got two pieces of fabric which are 5 inches wide by approximately 25 inches long. They could be a little bit shorter than that. It's just basically got to be able to go around your hairband and tuck in, but you'll understand that when you get to the end of the project. 22 inches would be fine as well. And then we've also got a piece of wadding. So the fabric that I'm making this with is quite a flimsy fabric and it's going to fall quite flat. So I'm just going to use a little bit of wadding to pad it out. But if you've got a thicker fabric, you might not want to use the wadding. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sew our fabrics together, right sides together. So in order so that I can trap the wadding in the fabric at the same time, I'm putting the wadding down on the table, and then I'm going to put one strip of fabric on top, like so, and then I'm going to get the other strip of fabric and lay that down right sides together, like so. And I'm going to pin that all the way down my strip. Having pinned all the way around my strip now, so I've got my 2 layers of fabric on top right sides together and my wadding underneath, I'm now going to sew all the way down one long side, across one end and all the way back down the other long side, leaving one end open for turning through. When you've sewn your long strip together, you're then going to turn it through and you're going to end up with something that looks like this. And then take the middle point and just tie it into a knot. So it's going to look something like that. And then when you've done that, you're going to take your hairband and you're going to slide your hairband underneath. Now, if you're worried about the hairband showing, you could actually cover that in fabric in the first instance, but if I show you the final steps, then you'll know whether you want to take that route or not. And then having put your hairband inside, you're now going to lay your hairband down on top of your fabric, and then you can fold your end fabric up. So depending on how long your hairband is versus your strip, you might want to trim some off of the end if you've overestimated. This is actually a child's hairband. I've just snapped my adult one, so normally an adult one would be slightly bigger. So you're going to fold that up inside, and then having folded up the end, you're just going to fold one side in and the other side in. So it's going to go like that. So I'm just going to put a pin in that to give you an idea of what that's going to look like. And then you're going to take the other side of the hairband and do exactly the same. So you're positioning the hairband down the centre of your strip, you're folding the end of your strip in, and then you're folding the sides into the centre. So at the ends here, you've got 3 layers. Now, depending on how your hairband is, how padded you like the bits by your ears to be, you could reduce the bulk down in there, you could trim the fabric off, you could put less wadding in there. But then there you have your turban knot headband. So just put a few catching stitches in these bits here, so you'll see you hardly actually see your hairband. So it doesn't matter if it is just a white plastic one. And you'd put a few holding stitches in that side as well, and then you would just stitch up the bottoms. I'm not actually going to stitch this one because I'm going to wait until I can get an adult hairband to put it onto properly. And then there you have a lovely turban hairband, turban knot hairband. So we do like to see what you've been making, so do tag us, and the tag is @madeandmaking, and that's on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks very much. I hope you like that tutorial.